Hi everyone, today I'm reviewing the Pironman 5 Max, a premium case designed exclusively for the Raspberry Pi 5. Having recently completed this build myself, which I've recorded as the basis of this review, and using it daily for almost a week, I'd love to share some insights and experiences with you all. So firstly, in terms of first impressions, they really are excellent and essentially are what gave me the motivation for this detailed review in the first place. The Pironman 5 Max feels solid, well made and surprisingly premium, resembling a high-end desktop PC build, but just miniaturized. The aluminium body coupled with acrylic side panels gives it a sturdy yet sleek aesthetic. Small details such as well-labelled and separated parts bags as you unpack the box, and clear, thoughtful instructions enhance the overall premium feel and experience, and certainly left me with a great first impression. One standout feature for me is the OLED screen. It's incredibly practical, displaying crucial information like CPU usage, temperature and disk usage, and what I personally found especially helpful to have available at a glance being the local IP address. By default, the OLED screen switches off after an activity period to save power, but conveniently wakes up with a gentle tap on the side of the case, although personally I've opted to keeping it always on for easy reference. So in terms of assembly, the build took me around 50 minutes, though realistically it will take less without the filming constraints that I used, and using your own tools, as I gave myself the challenge of seeing if I could build it fully using only the provided tools while filming myself carrying out the build process. It's not overly complicated, but certainly is time consuming. Instructions thankfully are highly detailed, guiding you pretty much completely step by step, clearly and comprehensively throughout, which is especially beneficial if this is your first Pi build. One tricky area I found was connecting up the SSD board. Space is limited within the case, and I initially made a small mistake connecting the SSD cable backwards. Thankfully though, the built-in LED indicators on the board helped me quickly identify and resolve this issue. Speaking of SSDs, the Pironman 5 Max supports dual SSD setups, compatible with the NVMe M.2 drives. You can use these as additional storage, run your OS directly from them, or even set up RAID configurations for NAS usage. However, it's worth bearing in mind the compatibility list provided by Pironman themselves, as well as ensuring you're using the official Pi 5 power supply unit, as this turned out to be crucial to providing enough power for the dual SSDs and maximising the performance potential of the case for me. Cooling performance is another highlight of this case. Equipped with 3 fans and a substantial tower heatsink, the Pironman 5 Max significantly reduces CPU temperatures, even under heavy load. Fan modes are adjustable via the software, enabling to activate at specific temperatures, though the heatsink alone does a commendable job keeping the system cool, especially during idle mode. Practicality also shines through in the design choices throughout. Standard HDMI ports and the conveniently relocated microSD card slot at the front makes the experience just more similar to using a standard desktop PC. The GPIO extensions accessibility also simplify connectivity going forward, and adding to the overall ease of use and practicality of the case itself. Software setup for managing the fans, RGB lighting and the OLED screen requires terminal line interaction. It is clearly documented, but perhaps more appealing to those comfortable with terminal commands rather than graphical interfaces. It's thankfully straightforward when using the documentation though less technical users might find it slightly intimidating at first. In terms of potential improvements, the price point might feel a little bit steep, especially for newcomers to the Raspberry Pi scene. However, the quality, premium feel and performance enhancements it offers does go a long way to justify its costs, particularly for enthusiasts or those keen on building server setups. So, in summary, I would strongly recommend the Pironman 5 Max for Raspberry Pi enthusiasts, hobbyist PC builders seeking a miniaturized yet powerful desktop experience, or just anyone considering setting up a robust and visually appealing home server. If you're looking for a premium case, this one's certainly recommended.
This is my Pironman 5 Max case. There are a lot of videos and still photos showing it finished, but I wanted to shoot mine open. I'm actually making some changes on the inside. I'm connecting a camera. So I ended up taking it back apart and just wanted to show what the interior is like. Overall, I really like this case. It's, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but it just really does a good job at organizing connectors, and yeah, I really like it. I would spend the money again.
Miners mining Bitcoin. Right inside of an old computer tower with a microcomputer running it. Yeah, buddy.
Szerintem a Kage az a legjobb
Distro.
Nem,